Ao Nang here in Thailand.
We've got a race to the first island. Just look at that watercolour.
Now that is the funniest island I have ever seen. Well, the sun is shining. Good morning, guys, from Ao Nang here in Thailand. The weather is holding up. I don't want to jinx it, but it is holding up for the meantime. So as it is our last day, we are heading out on a very exciting boat trip. When you come to Ao Nang, you should really try the 4 island hopping, which is what we are doing today with THALASSA Tours. We're actually doing a private long-tail boat tour. The price of a group tour is obviously much cheaper than a private tour. I think it's around 700 to 1,000 baht. But for us, we can sort of skip the groups. We can, especially with the weather, go to the places with the best weather. And a private tour is around 3,000 to 6,000 baht. So there is a price difference. But for us, it makes sense. We can just chill out in paradise and, like I said, skip the crowds. And we're getting picked up from our hotel. And then we're going to get on a long tail.
Nice to meet you.
Team Sexy Man.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning. We have made it down to the port and we have met our guide, who is definitely a character, Sexy Man, and we are actually in the Para National Park, and that is what the 4 islands are part of. And from the port, I can just see them in the distance. They're not too far from the mainland, which is why you can do the 4 island tour in the morning or the afternoon, whichever the weather is looking better. And the rain is just starting to come, but supposedly this is why you do these private tours. The rain is going to pass and we can pick one of the specific islands first, so we can miss the rain. See, like, we wouldn't have to do this if we were on a group tour. This is really cool. You come through the forest,
little canal,
beach.
it's a little canal beach, and then there is our big long-tail boat.
Oh, it's huge, and we've got a nice bit of shelter.
Nice bit of shelter. This rain is passing. I didn't jinx it. Thank you.
You think you can get on? You're definitely getting better.
Oh, I've made it.
You're improving at getting on these long tails. Well, this is cozy.
I can't believe we have a whole private, huge long tail to ourselves, and look at my little sun deck area. Got it all to myself. But I don't think you realise how smooth they actually are. We have 20 minutes until our first stop, which is Hoda Island, and that looks like he's wobbling a bit. It's not that smooth.
We've got a race to the first island. Whoever gets it all for themselves. But the sea is a little bit rough at the moment. Supposedly we're getting closer to the full moon. Shame we're not in Koh Phangan, but that makes the sea that little bit rougher. And we are actually leaving, I'm nearly pulling over, the rain clouds behind and sailing towards the 4 islands. Just look at that watercolour. Poda. I think Poda has the bluest water in Thailand. Look at this watercolour. It is ridiculous. And we have 2 hours here, and there's only 4 or 5 other long tails here. We're waiting for the other islands for low tide because there is a sandbar that comes out in the afternoon. So 2 hours on Poda. I cannot complain.
The water when pulling up was absolutely unreal.
Bluest so far,
Bluest so far, 100%. But actually, when you come onto the island, there's like little restaurants. It's quite built up. There's like a restaurant, there's toilets and little seating area over there. But we were told to come to the other side of the island, opposite Tang Ming Island. Apparently, it's the best photo spot, and I mean, it looks pretty cool.
Okay. Wow, I can see why he said this beach. You've got the huge islet there, massive limestone cliff, and the bluest of waters.
Wow, this and the whitest sand. I think
whitest sand.
I think this is definitely the bluest water and the whitest sand we've seen so far.
Not a bad spot at all to plot up for the next hour or so while waiting for the sandbar to come up at the other islands. But this is so cool. Look at it right there. It looks just like, well, very similar to James Bond Island. I would presume that many years ago, some sort of earthquake or something along them lines caused it to separate from the mainland, and now it just stands as such a cool centre point on this beach. But I might as well go for a swim. These clouds do look ominous though.
Yeah, they don't look too promising, but I think
it looks nicer this way.
I think this way looks nicest. I just can't believe the landscapes of the beaches. Can you? Like these huge limestone cliffs with the trees, and this one, I just love this. It's like a freestanding.
Broken away one. It's like the naughty child of the beach.
It's been cast away to the corner.
Oh wow, that water is exceptional, just so blue. Apart from a couple of noisy tourists, this really is Thai paradise, and only 20 minutes from the mainland you can actually get a chartered longtail. Whoa, watch that big wave. For 300 return, I think, and obviously once it fills up it goes, so it could take an hour, it could take 2 hours, which is why, well, you want to see the other 3 islands as well, right? But if you only want to come to this one, charter a longtail, share it with a load of other people, and it's only 300 baht return each, a bit like the trip to Railay Beach.
Coffee with a view. We were just walking back to the boat and we realised that the other side of the island might just be that tiny bit more beautiful, because you can see the other 3 islands that we're going to be visiting in a minute. Look at how close they are. They're all so close together, but this water and this sand is so blue. This is the bluest, and I think we're going to these 2 because the sandbar is now low tide. It looks as if it's showing. Hopefully.
That is the charm of this 4-island tour here in KRABI. The islands are so close. Look, they're right there, so you can pretty much spend as much time as you want in each island, because it only takes 5 minutes between each of them. And I think Koh Tap is next. I love how they keep you hydrated on THALASSA Tours.
Thank you. A nice ice cold water. And we're actually currently right now in between 3 of the 4 islands. It literally took 5 minutes. So we have More Island, we have Tap Island, and behind me is Chicken Island. But right now we're looking at the chicken's bum. So
this chicken's head is somewhere around the front.
Yeah, not got a nice view right now.
I have actually never seen anything like this before. I have seen a sandbar between 2 islands, like 1, 2, but there's actually a sandbar that is just coming out leading to Chicken Island. So you have 3 islands joined together by 3 sandbars, which is so unique. But because it is so unique, as you can see, it's a very small stretch of sand, and there's quite a few longtails. But we do have an hour and a half, so...
We do, so we can just chill in paradise. Now, and you can actually see, yeah, I know, so dark, but you can actually see the little curve around there, and then in about 20 minutes apparently it's going to come there.
It's crazy, apparently in the morning the only beach is the little one that's there.
And now we have a very long stretch.
I am hoping that this 3rd sandbar comes out in time to play, to take us over, so we can walk across to, I'm going to call it Chicken Bum Beach, but the winds are getting very strong, and I think we have to leave quite soon, because if it gets too low of a tide, our boat is stuck. I mean, I wouldn't mind getting stranded here. I'm going to try and stay a little bit longer, because as you can see, it's a pretty busy beach, but when the rain and the wind comes, most people leave, which means you sort of get to yourself, so I'm going to try and stay a little bit longer.
Too low tide, we need to... The funniest island I have ever seen.
We have left the Chicken's Bum and we've headed to the Chicken's Head. Look at it, it's the coolest looking island ever.
It's more like a turkey neck.
Yeah, I feel like it looks more like a turkey because it's got a huge great back. It's a shame. I feel like the head's going to fall off in a few years' time.
No, it definitely is.
It definitely is. But you stop here, you can chill, you can do some snorkeling. It's a little bit cloudy today because of the weather. The full moon coming. The sea's a bit rough. It's a little bit cloudy, so the visibility isn't the best. But there's some little fish that really like me in there. Oh, wow. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sexy man. Welcome. Look at this. Fruit, chicken's head. What more could you want?
I'm going to try and entice the fish that were nibbling on me with some pineapple. Whoa.
Oh my god.
Hold on, I want to feed them some more.
Do it again.
They're going crazy.
Who knew fish ate pineapple?
There's so many healthy fish. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We made it.
We made it.
That was touch and go for a minute, wasn't it?
I can't believe how quickly the weather can change.
Yeah, we're literally back.
Yeah. And
now the sun is out. Bye. Bye. See you later. The best boatman. Always look after your boatman, and your boatman will look after you, because they've got a hard job, and he just smashed it out of the park. We've now got to wait for sexy boy.
Sexy man.
Sexy man. Why am I calling him a boy? Sexy man, and get back to the hotel. Thank you. Cheers. Cheers.
What a great way to end the tour. Let me just say about that tour, Thalassa were so good with us. With the weather changing all the time, it is definitely the perfect trip to do.
We would have got drenched. If it wasn't for them, we would have got stranded. There were so many group tours that were like, because obviously they have to fit the stops in.
They would just go into the stops anywhere and they were drenched, and we would manage to sort of dodge them apart from the very end. So would highly recommend doing it that way if you are like us and don't want to be sort of controlled by the weather.
It's the perfect half-day tour during rainy season, because you can sort of dodge the rain.
It's like 5 hours and you can fit all them stops in, but as I said, this is the perfect way to end a great day. We are up at the Blue on Top, which is our rooftop bar, and I have strawberry margarita.
I've just spilt mine.
No, you haven't.
Yeah,
oh my god, Matt has a mango margarita. I'm going to taste it.
Margarita's gone everywhere.
Oh.
Salty.
Oh my god, is there salt meant to be on the margarita?
Yeah, salty.
Oh.
You can tell you're not very cocktail cultured.
I'm not cocktail cultured, that is nice.
Not a bad view at all. Mm. Oh, that is salty. Mm.
So salty.
To drink. Oh, I feel like I've drunk enough sea salt today to drink your cocktail after a day island hopping. Oh. They were salty, but very nice and very needed. We're now just walking the 2-minute walk to the beach, as it is our last night in Ao Nang. We want to find somewhere nice on the beachfront to enjoy at dinner. And I feel like there's quite a few, actually. It's quite a busy town.
First one, we're going here. Wow, I have definitely seen worse places to eat. This is amazing. So we've actually come into the Last Fisherman, which I think has the best view.
So nice.
It is honestly unreal, but what we have noticed is Ao Nang is unbelievably so much cheaper, obviously, than Patong. But for example, we've already ordered our main dishes and they're like £2 each, which is 120 baht. It is so good.
That was so good. The Last Fisherman. If it's the last restaurant you ever go to, I'd highly recommend it. Not just an amazing view, but amazing Thai food for incredibly cheap prices. 2 pad thais, 2 starters for less than £4 each, like around 160 baht, which is absolutely insane. Unfortunately, we're leaving Ao Nang. It's such a nice little town. If you're going to base yourself around KRABI, come here, come to Ao Nang. It is lovely. So many things to do. Railay, and then the 4 island trips a day. If you have a spare half day, add it to your itinerary. It needs to be done. 100% needs to be dane even in the rainy season. But we are heading to a new island, actually still in the province of KRABI, but a somewhat less explored island. So I'm gonna get some sleep, and we'll see you in the next one for that.